I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Happy Wednesday. I am late. Hit the like button or dislike if you're mad that I'm late. I am so sorry. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for waiting so patiently. I'm sorry. I apologize now. Okay. Let me hit this intro so that we can get this live going. Hit the like, hit the like. It is Wednesday, guys. It is Wednesday, and I love me a Wednesday all the time. Let's get this little intro going right now. Hit the like. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, hit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock, I rock, I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, hit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. True crime is my specialty. Exposing the industry. Unsolved mysteries. Sticking to reality. Fair use commentary. Talking about cults. Trying to get results. Exploring cults. Exploring. Researching. Debunking. Investigating. Being nosy. Super nosy. Being messy. Being shady. Rabbit hole news. That's me. The chick with ADHD. Unmedicated. But quite educated. Hit that like. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit chat. Hit that like. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Hit that like. Hit that like. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't think I need this little banner here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Now, hold up. Let me make sure. I was trying to start the poll because we got a lot on the agenda today. We definitely have a lot on the agenda. So we have Julia Wandell, you know, the wannabe, the fake Madeleine McCann. Let's put fake Maddie. Okay. Then we have Jay-Z. We have an update on Jay-Z and the Jane Doe case. Then we have Scott Peterson, which we have an update. We have Lori Vallow. Oh my God. Lori Vallow. And then we have new audio. Oh, snap. It didn't even let me add the fifth thing. Damn it. Let me end that right now. My bad. Let's do that one more time. Hold up. I might have to have two people share. Let's do Lori Vallow and Scott Peterson can share. Fake Maddie. Sorry about that, guys. Fake Maddie and Shannon Sharpe. We might have to start with Shannon Sharpe because we got some new audio that's been leaked, and we got to talk about that. And then Jay-Z case. Here for go vote. Do me a favor and go vote, please, and hit the like. It is free to hit the like. It doesn't hurt you whatsoever. You're here for Shannon Sharpe, says Gavin. Shout out to Gavin. He's like, listen, Rabbit, I'm here for Shannon Sharpe. Get to the point, to the business right now. Go vote. But Gavin already told us who he's here for, okay? Shout out to Gavin. Let's see who else. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like. Why did my rabbit phobia booty get hooked on this channel? Do you really have a rabbit phobia? LOL and Bruce, Lord have mercy. Atuko, you have a rabbit phobia? Oh my, Kevin Hart has a rabbit phobia too. I tried to play that video the other day and I got like shut down. He doesn't like rabbits. He's got like a phobia of everything. You're terrified of them. Ah, see, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. The people, I got 30 votes. Let's see if we can get to 40 votes. Hit the like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The people have spoken, and it looks like we're going to start with Shannon Sharpe. Let's go ahead and start with Shannon Sharpe for now. Okay, since I know everybody's here for various topics, but yeah, I think we'll start with Shannon Sharpe. We have new audio of Mr. Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, we do. So let's get started, okay? Let me play this for you guys.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
Okay, well,
Well, what? Well, what, Gabby?
well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
Okay, well,
Well, what? Well, what, Gabby?
well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Ugh.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess
There you
we're
go.
going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
I may choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman. Okay. There's additional audio from what was released yesterday, my friends. And what was interesting is that I got into a conversation with other people, right? And you know what? Okay, let me go back a little bit. Let me explain something to you guys. Okay. I had said to you guys, Shannon Sharpe doesn't have a whole lot of lawsuits, right? Doesn't have a whole lot of lawsuits on Pacer. When I was looking him up, I mean, hold up, let me see if I can pull my Pacer real quick. I'm gonna show you guys. He for a celebrity, because typically celebrities, they got a shitload of lawsuits. I mean, if you search Cardi B, for example, if you search like big celebrities, you're gonna find a lot of Nicki Minaj. They have a lot of lawsuits. Sometimes, their companies, they get into, lawsuits, whatever. It is what it is. But I was a little amazed. Now, this list has grown. I was a little amazed to see the list. Typically, like, say, like Cardi B, she's got like at least 5 or 6 pages of lawsuits. Shannon Sharpe only has 1 page. I'm going to show it to you guys since I'm here. This is my Pacer. Gives you an idea, right? Like, this is, I would say, pretty decent for a celebrity in lawsuits, or at least, and it doesn't mean that they have been directly, like some of these lawsuits could be just companies or whatever. It doesn't mean that there's any wrongdoing. These are just civil lawsuits. People have lawsuits all the time. It is what it is. But what I found so interesting, and I got to do a conversation, is that there are a lot of, there's been a lot of allegations against Shannon Sharpe. There has been, and he's settled the majority of them. This is why we don't really hear anything about most of them. Okay. I mean, if he's discussing church, look, I like to understand. I like to understand a little bit. All right. I think that where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Can we agree to that? I agree. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's something there. But the guy has, my understanding, I think 24 total lawsuits, and 24 out of 23 of them he has settled. And I mean, it could very well be hush money. We don't really know. But like, let me read you this 2010 article, okay? Former NFL star Shannon Sharpe takes leave from CBS Sports after sexual assault claims. This is in 2010. We're in 2025 right now. Former American football tight end Shannon Sharpe has temporarily stepped down from his hosting duties at CBS NFL show today in light of sexual assault allegations against him. He has taken this decision while he deals with a temporary restraining order filed by a Georgia woman, Michelle Bundy, an ex-girlfriend, okay? It's under the category of family violence. Sharpe issued a statement through CBS to say, I have decided to step away from the NFL today until this matter is resolved. In response, the network has issued its own statement. We accept Shannon's decision and decline to comment further on the pending legal matter. The TV analyst appeared on Sunday season premiere, but did not comment on the matter. He is accused in a temporary restraining order of forcing Michelle Bundy to have sex with him, of making multiple threats against her, and stalking her. Similar to what this girl was saying was happening to her, right? Yeah. The restraining order was issued last Friday and forbids Sharpe from coming within 200 feet of Bundy or near her immediate family. He is also barred from making contact with her or the family. And this is, again, 2010, so it's been a while. Since 1994, it's reported that 10 civil complaints have been filed against Sharpe in Fulton County, all by women. The allegations include battery charge by the mother of one of his children. That charge was later dropped after mediation. Sharpe also is involved in child support cases in another Georgia jurisdiction. In his career, Sharpe has played for the Denver Broncos, the Baltimore Ravens, and won 2 championship rings in Super Bowls. Okay, so he retired from playing in 2003, all right? That is just give you a little idea that the internet never forgets, y'all. These are historic articles. So people are saying, because they feel some type of way about the accuser, and I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to figure this out, right? They have shared her photo, by the way. Okay, hold up now. Let me see if I can pull it. Let's see. Her name is Gabriela Zuninga, I think. I'm pretty sure. So she's like a model. You could tell she's like she's into fitness, gym type of situation. She's definitely, all into it. And, he is, let's see. I don't know how much I could share because I don't want to get like flagged. Maybe I can share this one so it's not too crazy. I got to be careful what photos I share because some of these she's not really fully clothed, and I got to be careful, y'all. I got to be careful. So for those that don't know, he had actually tried to settle with the 10 million. Did they say it was a 10 million settlement with her? Here's my question. Why didn't he? Okay. And maybe this is a question that I'm trying to understand a little bit more. If you have Shannon Sharpe in the room and you have made allegations against him, okay? And pardon my ignorance, okay? But he's offering you 10 million. Is it wrong? Thank you for saying this, Shauna B. Like, she's suing for 50, but they had been in mediation before, okay? To settle the ARC claims. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's in her mind. I don't know what's in her head. But what made her not want to settle? Anything. Why would he offer anything if he has no guilt? It kind of, and that's the question that I think a lot of people have. But Just because my understanding, this is what lawyers kind of see it as, just because somebody goes to mediation, it's not an automatic it's not an automatic thing about guilt, right? So sometimes I think rich people, and I'm gonna, separate myself from that group because I'm not rich, girl. I'm not rich. Sometimes people just don't want to deal with the legalities or the public scrutiny of something. And so they say, you know what? I'll settle with you. It is what it is. 10 mil. It is what it is, right? So I have to kind of wonder, all right, so why not just take the 10 mil? You said she wants real justice. KL, what is real justice? That's what I want to know. Because the way I see it is that if this was a criminal case, that would be awesome and amazing, right? I'm down for that. But this is a civil matter. What is real justice in this situation? You said it was more than 10 mil, 10 mil plus. Thank you. That's what I heard too. Right, Christine. 10 mil is a lot. I'm sorry. 10 mil is a lot of money to make somebody go away. I agree with your statement here. You said, so she nets out about 3 mil. Passive income at a conservative 5% is about 150K per year. That's doable. I need to understand where do we land with it? Where do y'all land with this? Let me know. A settlement would come with an NDA. She wouldn't be able to speak about the specifics, right? It could come with an NDA. It could be that she can't talk about this case whatsoever anymore. I have let's see what you say. Bingo, money is not justice. Well, I have to kind of wonder. Real justice is the truth in order to stop this behavior. And you know what, KL? In her lawsuit, which we read, y'all didn't show that any love to that video. Go watch it. That lawsuit, there's a little sentence right there, is that she wanted to stop him from doing this further. But what if she doesn't get the 50 mil in the lawsuit? She's exposed it. What is happening to Shannon Sharpe right now? He is not going to be able to recover, guys. He is not going to be able to recover because let me tell you, he has a history that people are forgetting. Okay. And let me say something. And I know that you guys are going to be like, what the hell? This is ageism. This is that. No. This is realism. Okay. Monique had warned Shannon Sharpe about dating young women and being mindful that he should be dating women his own age. And I know that people are going to be like, Rabbit, you're being an ageist. No, my friends. But like, honestly, like we have to, be young people got to be careful. Older people got to be careful. Like, come on. Emotional intelligence, my friends. I don't know. Let me show you guys a clip. Okay. Let me,
Shannon needs.
Let me live my
Let
life.
me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old, get your old out there that can love you old.
there you go.
You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for the fourth round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah.
Because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that fourth round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'll be good to you. Her name is, now I'm looking right at.
Literally, okay? She tried the truth in jokes. But the thing is, though, it's like, look, let me give you guys an example. You cannot tell me that Anna Nicole Smith was in love with that guy, the guy that left her all the money. Okay? You can't tell me that Anna Nicole Smith was in love with the guy that left her all that money, that died. She went to court and was fighting. Tell me, was she really in love with that old guy? Let's just be real, okay? All right? Thank you. Hit the like button. No, she was not. All right? No, she was not. He was. Belen, Belen, give me your phone, girl. Give me your phone, okay? You cannot tell me. Now, I don't want to hear. Yeah, may she rest in peace. But I know, all right, because guess what? I know that there's no way that Anna Nicole Smith was in love with that guy. And let me tell you that it's not always about that. Sometimes it's about something else. When this woman, learned who Shannon Sharpe was, there was no love. Maybe she knew she could get a little, whatever. And then, she alleges that she was violated by him. And I believe that she probably was. I definitely feel like there might be something there. But come on, y'all. Like there was no love here whatsoever. She's calling it a rocky consensual relationship. She's calling it that because that's what the lawsuit says. So there was a relationship there. There was a rocky consensual relationship. Okay. But she was getting her, her money's worth too. I mean, 25, per, whatever ass cheek per the messages. But I do feel like we're taking those messages out of context. Let me say that very loud and clear. I do feel like some of those messages, we're not seeing everything that's being put out there. On her side and on Shannon Sharpe's side. Like, we want to see the whole receipts. I'm kind of like what Christine said the other day. We want to see everything because we don't know what all of this is about. We don't know what. So there have been some messages leaked. I'm going to see if I can find them because I think I saved the tag. Did I say the tag? Alleged text messages. Here we go. Yep, I saved it. Okay. Gorgeous woman, by the way. Gorgeous woman. Like, you said, and messages could have been doctor. We're talking about Busby here, period. Busby, first of all of these attorneys have a stake at this, okay? All of these attorneys. And one thing in my mind, all right? Let me tell you what I kind of woke up thinking about this too, all right? All of these attorneys, they talk. They talk, right? You don't think that with this man, with as many secret settlements and behind the scenes type of mediations that he would have had to settle with other people that might have wanted to speak out or spoke out or whatever, you don't think that lawyers know about Shannon Sharpe, those that are in the business of, getting into this kind of business of, protecting victims and seeking victims? Because let me tell you, I don't think that all of these lawyers are so sketch to me. In general. Well, she was 19 when she met him. Okay. That's my understanding. She looks like she's freaking 12 in this picture, guys. Honestly, she looks 12 to me. They all know each other. It's a network of them. It's a lucrative business. All of these, I'm here for the victims, lawyers. I just don't trust a good portion of them. You know who, in my opinion, has shown himself to be at least a decent lawyer? Cassie Ventura's civil attorney. You don't see him doing the most over here with a lot of what these lawyers are doing. Honestly. But anyways, let's get into these messages and see what you guys have to say. So more alleged text messages from Shannon Sharpe and his accuser revealed. Social media users revealed the woman's identity. Of course, it was only a matter of time. These are more receipts, okay? This one says, I'm gonna try to read it. But I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my ass, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. Example of a message. This was sent January 2nd of 2025. So we're not getting the full context, guys. All right? We are not. They had a rocky consensual relationship, but we are not getting the full context, my friends. We're not. Okay, this is getting out of order to a certain degree. Let's keep reading. I don't know how to process this. This is what she says. This is from Gabby. So the blue is from Gabby, okay? And then Shannon is responding in the green. Can I call you later? So she says, but I cried when you left because I beg you to put a condom on. This is all receipts. This is the lawsuit, guys. These are receipts. I don't know how to process this. And then his response is, can I call you later? And then there's more. I want to be abused, daddy. Okay. This was June 14, 2024. This is Gabby writing to Shannon Sharpe. I want to be abused, daddy. Some of that, like, I don't know, foreplay, that type of situation. Okay. Just letting you guys showing you both sides of everything. Okay. Further says, I want like some hardcore BDSM action though. This was on the January 31st of 2024. Yeah, they were into that kind of stuff. See, I don't know. This was Sports TMZ. That's what I'm saying. We are not getting all context of everything. There is no model victim, that's for sure. Right? But this is what I'm saying is that if they're going to release things, can y'all release everything? Can you guys stop releasing just one side of it, one thing? Just release it all. Like we're going to get a hold of this lawsuit anyways. You might as well release it all, my friends. All of it. Do it. Okay? Because like we're only getting portions of it. Keeps going. Gabby says, I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy. She sends a picture of that. Okay. By the way, it's an X-rated picture. Okay. So that just gives you an idea. And this is her. Very young girl. Okay. Very young girl. But she did at some point say, like, I didn't want you to do it this way. And you should have worn a condom. Yeah. You said, but rabbit, that's not how the court goes. And PR teams stay in the bush. Yeah, stay hush when shit like this drops. Absolutely. Absolutely. You said, I would like to charge $30,000 each cheek with that bum, says. Oh my God, Paige. Well, I mean, you kind of have to wonder because, like, she looks young. She looks like she's 16, 12, 14. I mean, she looks like a very young girl. But like I said, he has a type. He looks for the young girls. Okay, he has it. Let me play Monique one more time.
Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Okay, let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your get your old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for the fourth round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that fourth round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. So he was doing, I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking.
And this isn't about any ageism or anything like that. Like I said, there's something wrong about a man wanting a girl. Now, what, he's 56 and she was 19 at the time or something. I'm sorry. Like, what are you guys thinking? Like you can't
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad.
This is the other recording. You can't even make this up.
I'm looking right at you.
You can't even make this up. She tried. Everybody, I'm sorry. You said he's not right in the head, not right in the face. She is not wrong. How are you gonna ask for it and then say you didn't want it? What do you mean now? But I'm saying more. You said because these boppers won't serve an older man unless it's at stake. These boppers. Oh my God. And then you said passing the Clorox wipe, both are sick. Oh my God. You have to kind of wonder, like, I don't know, man. This is too much. Well, good to hear, Mama. I'm glad that everything went well. Shout out to you. Positive vibes to you. Let's see. Hold up. Let me see if I can. Very different mentalities between men and women. Absolutely. And then add in the age factor too. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. A 19-year-old is not thinking, hasn't lived the experience of a 50-plus-year-old. Different experiences, different lives, different things that have happened in life. Like, you have to be mindful of that. You know what I mean? Like, you just different time frame. It's just not going to work, you know? How are you, the doc? Shout out to you, my love. It is ill news, but I guess I'd like to understand, where do you guys land with this? Now that we've seen the messages, we've seen the recordings. I mean, the girl sounded like ultimately sexually, she just didn't want to do things with him. And again, consent is consent. I don't care if they were like into BDSM, freaky shit here and there and that, whatever. Consent is consent. Anybody can revoke their consent. Okay. So what do you guys make of it now? Now that you see the full extent of the story, now that you see all sides of everything, where do you guys stand? And the thing is like, you know, I mean, it's good to kind of get an understanding, I guess. I don't know. Let me see. Hold up. Let's see. Where do you stand? I want to know, where do you, the question is, do you support, who do you support? Let me see where everybody's at. Sharpe or Gabriela? I'm going to put Gabriela or neither or none. There we go. You said neither. You're like, neither. Just wondering, what if you like older men? I've always liked a little bit older. That's old, but at least 3 or 4 years. You know, I like older men too. Jazzy. I've always liked older men. Like, I'm talking about at least 4 or 5 years older than me, but not a whole decade. Like, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, my husband is 4 years older than me. We're 4 years apart. He's older than me, 4 years. I've always liked older men. I've always liked taller, older men. Those are the two. You got to be tall and they got to be older. Got to be taller than me. But I think there's a difference. And sometimes I do. I know I'm being a little judgmental. Please forgive me, but I do have to say something, okay? Yeah, he could literally be her father, her grandfather. You're right. Her grandfather. You know what I'm also thinking, honestly? I'm thinking about her parents, right? Because if there's a correlation between like the things that she is doing by dating older men the way that she is, to maybe how she was raised, her father, the upbringing, like that's kind of what I'm thinking too, right? And I'm also thinking about Shannon Sharpe, the way he was raised to kind of like, you know, almost childish women. Does that make sense? There's something there, because let me just tell you, if that was 19-year-old me, and I'm just going to speak for myself, my father would have probably kicked my ass. He would have never accepted that. And the acceptance of my father means everything, right? For me, because I'm really close to my dad. So if I was doing all that, now that I'm 40, it's a little bit different, right? Like if I decide to date a 70-year-old, it would, if I wasn't married, it'd be different, but that's not the case. But if I was 19 and I was dating somebody that's close to his age, oh, he would probably kick my ass. He would kick my ass. He would probably drive. And I mean, what am I going to do? It is what it is. You said, Rabbit, we also have to blame our elders. My granddaddy was 21 when he married my 14-year-old grandma. Ooh, nobody batted an eye back then. And some are still trying to hang on to that. Wow. It could have been. And there's also a cultural thing too to it, right? Like sometimes there could be age differences because of a culture thing, your dad would disown you. I don't know. Yeah, it's like weird. I would feel like I'm dating my kids or vice versa. That's crazy, right? Like, I don't get it. And then I started thinking, let's reverse the roles a little bit, okay? Let's say that Shannon Sharpe was a woman and the, alleged victim is a man. Would we feel a little bit different if it was a woman versus a man? I think about that too. I personally think that we would see this a little bit more different. At least my opinion, because we have different ways of kind of, thinking. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. My aunt Winnie was 13 when she married Jesus and went into the really? Oh, well, so she's a nun. Shout out to you. It's still cringe. It's like an abuse of power. Absolutely. Kelly C, thank you for being a member for 11 months. Thank you, Kelly C. Kelly C. Kelly C. Thank you. Shout out to you. Assault is assault, but good morning, Wim. Shout out to you. Assault is assault, but social cues say otherwise. Just saying. All right. Okay. So oh Lord. So did y'all see the poll? I got 65 votes. Who do you support? 2% say Sharpe, 27% say Gabriela, and 71% said none. Oh my God. Look at this poll. I'm going to end it now. I don't know if you guys voted, but hit the like button, please, and thank you. Look at this poll, my friends. That's crazy. You said, I guess everything depends on the power dynamics, right? That's right. That's what happened when the big head listens to the little head. It's a little interesting. You said the only people that are innocent is the bed sheets. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right. Decades and generation. Can it be in band ballads? This whole situation is weird. Honestly. That's just my thought. It's weird all around. I don't know. But I hope that it gets resolved. But it sounds like they're exposing more. They're exposing more when it comes to this. So we'll find out more, I'm sure. But I just wish that they would expose all sides. And it sounds like this was a rocky consensual relationship until certain sexual acts became, what's the word? Certain sexual acts became, non-consensual. Things became non-consensual. I mean, and let's be honest, if I was her, I'd be worried if, the man that I'm with is supposed to use a condom and he's not using it. That's not okay either. Like, that's just not okay whatsoever. Yeah, he crossed there is a consensual. There's a thing about consent here that, especially with those messages. Now, does he acknowledge any of those messages? No, he says he's going to call her back. That's what he says. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. You said like Kobe? Like Kobe? Oh my God. Okay. Speaking of Kobe, hold up. Somebody need to be. Yeah, I don't have an understanding of that. I'm sorry, Vicky. Hold up. There was Kanye West. Did you guys hear? Okay, this is like a detour. Let's talk about Kanye West real quick. What did he say about Kobe Bryant? Oh my God. Kanye West, Kobe Bryant. So something about the Jenners and Kobe Bryant. Did you all hear about this? There's like a new conspiracy theory going around. Oh, okay. Here it is. Real quickly, let me look into this. I need to understand what happened here, okay? He's going into rehab. Oh my God. Hey, Sylvia, how are you? But just because she asked doesn't mean that she can't revoke consent. Absolutely, Diamond Rainbow. Let's see. Let's talk about this real quick. Kanye West recalls bizarre story about spending the day Kobe Bryant died at Kylie Jenner's house. So Kanye previously changed the title of his upcoming album from WW3 to Cuck after dropping the song Cousin. Oh my goodness. Kanye says he went over to Kylie's house on the day Kobe Bryant died back in 2020. In a bizarre post on X, he explained why his new song Cousin triggers that memory for him. He began speaking about his co-parenting relationship with Kim Kardashian. I need to plan to exercise my rights with my kids. I figured out a lot of things, but I haven't figured this out, he wrote. From there, he added, the day Kobe died, we all went to Kylie's house and they in a stand next to the couch in the front living room were vintage Playboy magazines strategically placed with arm's reach of each child in the house, which was half naked, half black. Every half black baby. Y'all know what that is? What that is and who is behind that. The cousin song triggers that memory. Me as a dad, I wanted to change that for my kids. Huh? And this is the original post. What is he saying? Oh my God, there's an ad. Sorry, y'all. What is he saying? Does anybody understand this? Listen, I'm still, I think a lot of us are. I'm not, you know how like, when you're reading a book, this happens to me all the time. Maybe it's my ADHD. I'm reading a book, right? And sometimes I have to reread and reread and reread because I don't really understand what the hell somebody's saying or what I'm supposed to comprehend. This is how I feel about Kanye. I find myself rereading things that I don't understand. Did she explain the this right here though? The day Kobe died? Because this was posted 3 hours ago. Did she just do a video? This is crazy. Yeah, like I think I read it wrong. And that's the thing. It's like my brain doesn't register everything all the way. He's saying Kylie was trying to groom his children on the day Kobe died. I don't understand. So let me reread this again. So she says, hold up. Sorry. I got too many tabs open because we have other topics we got to get to. He says, I need a plan to exercise my rights with my kids. I figured out a lot of things, but I haven't figured this out. The day Kobe died, we all went to Kylie's house, and they, in a stand next to the couch in the front living room, were vintage Playboy magazines strategically placed in arm's reach of each child. That house, which was every half black baby. Y'all know what that is? Why that is and who is behind that? The cousin song triggers that memory. Me as a dad, I wanted to change that for my kids. Well, I don't know. It's like a run-on sentence. I don't think I understand it. He's worried about the kids being sexualized. I don't know. BJ, did you read the latest tweet from, I'm glad you're here. Shout out to BJ. Did you read the latest tweet from Kanye? Because I'm really confused. So he's basically saying that Kylie Jenner had Playboy magazines out there. And all of the, this is like 3 hours ago, I think. Kylie Jenner has Playboy magazines, vintage Playboy magazines out on like the little stand. And all of the Playboy magazines are at arm's reach for the kids. And every kid is every half black baby. And this is part of that cousin's song. I find myself just so lost sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, I think it means like having that content within reach is exposing the kids early to that kind of thing and normalizing it. I think that's what it sounds like to me too. It's just that I didn't even see this part. I'm sorry. Like Kanye drives me a little bit crazy, but that's kind of how my mind works, where I'm like, I don't know what to make of it. Like I don't know if I don't know what to get. Expect everything from Kanye, expect to be confused, sometimes expect it all, right? Okay, let me move on because we do have to move on. Let's talk about Scott Peterson because we've spent a lot of time over here with Shannon Sharpe. He had a lot to talk about. Shout out to BJ. Oh, and his cousin's song reminded him of that because it was the same thing, having dirty magazines around him and his cousin. But girl, I don't know. BJ's like decoding everything. I'm so here for it. Thank you. I think it's supposed to connect to a song because the song is about how he was exposed early with his cousin. Right, because didn't he say that he showed his cousin the dirty magazines? And his cousin was like 6 years old. And then somehow that is connected to maybe this. I don't know. He's saying the kids are being exposed like he was. I don't know, man. I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what else to say. You said you think he's projecting? I don't know. Educate your children, that's for sure. That's for sure. You know, what was that one song? I believe the children are the future. Teach them well. I don't know. He's all over the place. It's so hard to like pinpoint it, but I agree with people that are able to kind of like really get to the mind of everything. Something very similar happened to me. I was 4, diagnosed with hypersexuality and other stuff at 6. It was very shocking to read medical records to see explicit artwork. I made at such a young age, says Malachi. See, the thing is that okay, like in child studies in grad school, this is something that's like you have to understand that younger children, it's important that we really mold them, like to understand their body parts, to understand making sure that they're not touching, other people, and nobody should be touching them. And, being in tune with their feelings because, they are prone to be victimized, but there is a thing about children victimizing other children too. And so like, I always, as a mom, this is just me as a mom, I always got like weirded out if there was like a play date. I don't do sleepovers. But I remember being young and wanting to do sleepovers with my cousins and my mom giving me a hard time about it. So that's the thing. I mean, you just got to be careful because this is a thing, unfortunately, but sometimes kids will, perpetrate on other kids, and sometimes it's really dependent on what the environment is like. That, my friends, is not abnormal, believe it or not. So, just keep an eye on your kids. That's what I got to say about that. Yes, he's saying that by being exposed so young to that material, kids starting to act out what they see, saying that's what happened when he was young. Now he's seeing Kardashians doing that with the kids. Oh my God, no, Nona needs a nap. Thank you for saying this because I was really confused by that. I love how you like decoded that right there. Yes, it's a real thing. It's a real thing, Diamond Rainbow. So people got to be careful. Be careful, y'all. That's what I got to say. You wouldn't want sleepovers in my family, says James. But yeah, I mean, y'all got to be careful. Okay, let's get to it. Let's move on. Let's let the Kanye stuff out because that's just kind of like, oof, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. You know what I don't understand though, and I will put this out here and then we'll close the Kanye thing. You have Kanye acting out right now, right? Doing all this stuff. But Wendy Williams is still in a conservatorship trying to get out. It's just what? But it wouldn't surprise me if the Kardashians do something to that man. I'm sorry. That's what I got to say about that. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Scott Peterson. Big thing with Scott Peterson happening, guys. Big thing. Could this man walk free? Could this man walk free? We need to know what is going on. So I went to the Los Angeles Innocence Project. By the way, I feel like I repeat myself every time. It's been a minute since we've done a Scott Peterson update. The Los Angeles Innocence Project is not the same Innocence Project that we all know, okay, that exonerates a bunch of individuals. This is actually I think it's like an offshoot. This is like it's from a university. They should have named it something else, but it's not the same Innocence Project, okay? So the Los Angeles Innocence Project files a petition uncovering new evidence proving Scott Peterson claims of innocence, okay? So if you guys remember, the last time we talked about Scott Peterson, it was a conversation about how they were testing new DNA, especially on the tape. That's kind of where we left this off. And it really kind of made me wonder, well, did they find the new DNA? What's going on? All right. New update as of 2 days ago. After more than a year of investigation, the Los Angeles Innocence Project has presented new scientific evidence and witness statements that undermine the prosecution's case against Scott Peterson. The new evidence is the basis for a petition for a writ of habeas corpus with the California of Appeal for the First District Court. First District filed late Friday seeking to overturn Mr. Peterson's conviction. Oh, the filing includes substantial new evidence supporting Mr. Peterson's claim of innocence and demonstrating he was denied his statutory and constitutional rights to due process in a fair trial when the prosecution suppressed and destroyed critical exculpatory evidence prior to trial. This writ of habeas corpus presents new evidence that was not available at the time of trial, supports petitioner's claims of innocence, and shows he was wrongfully convicted. This new evidence undermines the prosecution's entire circumstantial case against petitioner and shows that the jury relied on false evidence, including false scientific evidence to convict him. The petition includes a 126-page declaration by Scott Peterson detailing his recollection of events around the death of his wife and unborn child and refuting the version of events presented by police and prosecutors to obtain a conviction. Peterson was convicted in November of 2004 of the murders of his pregnant wife, Lacey, and his unborn child, whom they plan to name Connor. He was sentenced to death in March of 2005. In August of 2020, the California Supreme Court vacated his death sentence. And in December of 2021, he was resentenced to life without the possibility of parole. The case against Peterson was entirely circumstantial. Guys, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? This case made a lot of careers, all right? Ask Nancy Grace. This case made a lot of careers. Ask Nancy Grace, okay? I guess we'll see what's going on, what's going to happen. I want to get my hands on this new filing because I definitely want to break it. We have done several Scott Peterson videos over here. I don't know if Benson's going to watch this. You guys know Benson was in the chat. So into the Scott Peterson case. I don't know. And is he going to get out? You said, Gemini says, Rabbit, the circumstantial evidence was strong. I want to know what you guys think, okay? There were some things that made me wonder. Let me tell you something, okay? Not that oh, Lord have mercy. Let me not wish this on. I might have to ruck over there and knock on wood, okay? But I would hope that we would, it does bother me a little bit that this man got convicted on circumstantial evidence. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? It also bothered me a little bit. No, a lot of it. It bothered me a lot of it that there was a whole robbery happening in that whole situation was kind of overlooked. I have a lot of questions about this. I don't know personally. I don't know if Scott Peterson was the guy. I'm be honest with you. Yes, he had a love affair. The guy was having a love affair with Amber Fry while his wife was pregnant. And let me just say, he is a horrible human being for that, okay? Horrible, horrible, horrible. But I have a lot of questions about this case. I really do. I do believe that there are some things that were not investigated well. So a new trial, yeah, I'm down for a new trial. That can give him a new trial. I'm down for it. Because we don't have I think this was one of Mark Garrigo's first cases, if I remember correctly. I'm down for a new trial. There were so many witnesses that saw Lacey with the dog. So many witnesses, but I'm down. I'm down. I think so. Okay. When you look at circumstantial evidence, you find that most evidence is circumstantial. I think so too. Yeah. We reviewed that documentary. I don't know. You still feel like it was him? A lot of people do. And so do I. Don't get me wrong. Because I'm you are a scumbag. I know you just are. I'm sorry. And then he had the whole, bleach hair. And then he tried. And he has an explanation for all that. The Viagra pills, all this other shit that went down. But I just don't know if this guy did it. I'm be honest with you. And I think he needs to go. At least my opinion is that he should have a new trial, but we'll see. So here it is. The case against Peterson was entirely circumstantial. This is what the petition states. Despite 11 search warrants, wiretaps, GPS tracking devices, poll cameras outside the home, steady surveillance and forensic examination of several hundreds items collected during the execution of a search warrant, no direct physical or forensic evidence was found supporting any part of the prosecution's theory or otherwise implicating petitioner. That's concerning. I'm sorry, it just is. It's a little concerning. Individually and circumvently, the new evidence presented in this petition, I don't even know how to say this word. How do you say this? Oh, let me Google. How do you say this, please? Sorry, y'all. I got to use I want to say it correctly. I don't want to eviscerates. I know how to say that. God, my brain drew a blank. Eviscerates the prosecution's original case and exonerates the petition. The petition states, had the jury heard this evidence, it is highly likely they would not have reached a guilty verdict. The evidence supporting Scott Peterson's claims of innocence set forth in the petition includes, let's look at this new evidence. Okay, look at this list. You're kidding. I don't even have time to read all this. Oh my God. New evidence showing the Medina home across the street from the Petersons was burglarized on December 24th, the same day Lacey was reported missing, and not 2 days later on December 26th, as police claim, and as the jury was told. Oh wow. Okay. Because that was the piece that bothered me. Okay. New evidence showing others were involved in the burglary besides the two men who ultimately pled guilty to that crime. Okay. New evidence showing a witness overheard a conversation among the burglars about Lacey seeing and confronting them. This evidence exonerates Scott Peterson because it shows Lacey was alive when he left home on December 24th. Since the burglary took place same time after the Medinas went out of town at 10:30 a.m. Look at this. I cannot read all this. So we're definitely going to work on a separate video for this. But let me see if I can get my hands on the new filing that they did. I'm so down for it. We'll definitely do a video on that. So make sure you guys check us out. We've been following, Scott Peterson for quite some time as it pertains to, the new trial, new DNA, hopefully new trial. I think he needs a new trial. I just don't think they got it right. Honestly, I don't think they got it right. Okay, let's talk about Jay-Z. We have an update. I've been waiting for an update, okay? On the Jane Doe situation. Jay-Z rape accuser files to dismiss his lawsuit against her. Jay-Z rape accuser wants lawsuit against her tossed. That's what she wants. She wants that lawsuit gone, and tossed and being done. Okay? That's what she wants. The woman who accused Jay-Z and Diddy of R-ing her when she was 13 years old is now taking legal steps to try and dismiss a lawsuit Jay-Z filed against her. All right? You said, girl, bye. Jay's accuser, who first sued him for rape as a Jane Doe, filed new legal docs Tuesday to dismiss the defamation suit the music mogul filed against her and her attorney, Tony Busby, in Alabama. In new legal docs obtained by TMZ, the woman claimed Jay-Z can't sue her over the claims because she made them in court documents and are therefore privileged, adding that the interview she did with NBC News was based on her claims in the court documents. What? So she can't be sued? Is that true? So she can't be sued? I've never heard of this. Listen, I'm having a moment. She can't be. Is that true or what? You can't sue somebody for the allegations? I'm having a moment. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but apparently that's what she's saying. Is that the more you know moment? Let me know. Is that true? If anybody knows, let me know. He said he's keeping the same energy. You lied on him. But she is saying that, I don't know. Sounds like a problem. Like him, you can sue for defamation. Well, I know, but she's saying that the allegations that she made in NBC News was from court paperwork. Right? And what she said is court, so it's privilege. I guess I'm confused by this. I really, really am. I don't know. It's lawsuits and you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit. That's how we bring the house down, I guess. I'm not really sure. So let's keep going. I know the more you know. In new legal documents obtained by TMZ, the woman claims Jay-Z can't sue her over the claims because she made them in court documents. and are therefore privileged, adding that the interview she did with NBC was based on her claims in the court. As we reported, the woman claimed Jay-Z and Diddy argued her in New York back in 2000. She ultimately dropped the lawsuit, the rape lawsuit, and Jay-Z then sued her in Busby in Alabama, where she lives, over bringing the case in the first place. The woman now wants Jay-Z's lawsuit dismissed with prejudice, meaning it can't be filed again. Girl, no. She says, no. Busby previously filed a motion to get Jay-Z's lawsuit against him dismissed, claiming they struck a deal and Jay, oh my God, I can't even read. Allegations on the HOV HOV's camp previously told us was bogus. I'm sorry, I can't even read. In her motion, the woman made a similar claim about dismissing her lawsuit per the alleged agreement. We reached out to Jay-Z's rep and no word back. Is a communication privilege? I guess I'm so confused. That is the question that I have. Is it communication privilege? I'm not really sure. You said that sounds cracked up to you? Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know. No. He said, I think he paid her off and papers were signed. What? He said, I don't think she is right. She should have said the suit would be dropped because she doesn't have any money. Listen, I don't know how is this even going to end for this girl? How is this going to end? That is the question that we all have. We all want to know what's going to happen. Okay. Now I want to talk about, let's move on. So that's a little update that we have on Jay-Z. Let's talk about, oh my God, let's talk about Lori Vallow. This is another woman that I can't stand. It's a couple, like, I can't stand this woman. I really can't stand. The fact that she was going to represent herself, sure, that's her right. I get it, but Lori Vallow is she's just something else, y'all. I don't know what to say, but I'm glad that I guess we got some good news yesterday. So jury finds Lori Vallow Daybell guilty in the murder conspiracy trial. A jury in Phoenix has found Lori Vallow Daybell. Remember, she's got that Daybell because of that other guy. She's a sick lady, guilty of conspiring to murder her estranged husband, Charles Vallow, meaning the mother with doomsday religious beliefs faces another life sentence after she was already convicted in the Idaho killings of her 2 children. Okay. And again, she was accusing her kids of being zombies. I don't like, first of all, can you imagine the therapy that everybody's going to need? Because you would need a lot of therapy to kind of make sense of this whole situation, the healing that needs to happen, because to try to eliminate your children, your families, for that guy, you're the leader. There's zombies. It's just like crazy to me. And the fact, here's my question though. This is a question that I have, and it's a little worry. I'm a little worried about this. Okay. She was ill, poor kids. The fact that she represented herself worries me that somehow that is going to lead to incompetence in her own, fight. Could that lead to a retrial? Could that lead to a different thing? That's what I don't want. I'm glad she's got, several life sentences. I don't know how many lives we have in this world, but if somebody, put her back in there every time she's going to die in prison. That's what sounds like it's going to happen, honestly. She's going to die in prison. Okay? She's going to die in prison. There's no other way to it, right? She's crazy. Crazy. Yes. Weird, cocky, privileged biatch just got what the fuck she deserved. Now throw away the key and forget about her ass. Put her under the jail, or better yet, send her to El Salvador prison. You know what? You know how they said they were going to start? Let me get on a tangent. They're going to start deporting citizens. Let her be on the first list. Okay? Deport her. You want to deport the real criminals? Start with Lori Vallow. Start with Lori. Deport Lori Vallow. I'm sure nobody in the chat is going to fight me for that. I don't want to hear it. Y'all better not fight me for that. Let's deport her. I'm glad. Good for the verdict. Thank God. And may she just live with her delusions and wake up one day and realize the shit that she has done. Okay. Oh, yeah. And that guy, too. Yes, that guy, too, right there. That guy, too. All of them. All of them. Deport him. Take him back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you agree, sir. We gave her due process. Hell, the people that are being held right now don't even get that. Her and them, they don't deserve any due process. Yes, that's right, Sylvia. I'm telling you exactly how I feel. You're absolutely right. Oh my God. She got due process more than, I know, right? She gets more due process than a lot of these people here. Okay? Her and her associate, whoever, her, the guy, just goodbye. See you later. Deported. All right. Moving on. I think this is our last piece of news here. Oh my God. Y'all are too crazy. I don't know who said deport her, but shout out to you. I agree. I concur. And I hardly concur on that. You needed that laugh. I'm glad. Chrissy says, Chrissy never knew she can teach the MS-13 games about. Chrissy, tell them how you really feel, girl. That lady is not in, her eyebrows aren't even innocent. Let me see. Here I am clouding on her eyebrows. Y'all, listen. Okay, let me show you a picture before I move on. This is why I clown. Because she's doing the eyebrow things that the Chicana girls do. I cannot. This is like my biggest pet peeve. Don't do this to your eyebrows. Where is it at? This girl. That's how you know she's been like doing hard time. Look at her eyebrows. And I could speak to them because it's giving, because a lot of the Chicanas and the Latinas, they do the Sharpie thing, she got the Sharpie eyebrows, okay? She's been learning from the people in there. She learned, not the eyebrows. Yes, the eyebrows, okay? She learned. I'm like, just don't wrinkle your forehead. Like, don't do this because it just makes it like don't do this. Y'all see that? Because she did that and you could tell. See, no. Oh my God. Yo. All right, let's move on because you guys are going to get me in trouble. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button because we are on our last piece of the news. Oh my God, y'all. Listen, we did a video on the fake Madeleine McCann. The people are really fighting me. Thank you. They're really fighting me, and I love it. I love the people. I'm being nice, and the people are fighting me in the chat about Julia Wandell, okay? Oh my gosh, the duck. Thank you for this. I appreciate it, the duck. Thank you. By the way, I did not do a Zombies. She can consult with BJ Penn. Oh my God. Oh, I wonder how BJ Penn is doing. Thank you, the duck. I did not do a goal today because I got tired of that shit. So I talked to a couple other people. I did it for a month and I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't know if YouTube doesn't push me into whatever algorithm, I don't know. It is what it is. Whatever. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much, the duck. I love this. Thank you. Thank you. Let me type thank you in here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anyways, you distracted me with this one, the duck, on the BJ Penn. I hope BJ Penn is doing okay because BJ Penn, I don't know, man. Maybe he's still on one. I'm not really sure. Hopefully he's okay. Okay. I am gonna make it work over here. Make it work. What's that one song? Work? Okay. So I did a video yesterday. And I'm telling you, every time I do a video on Julia Wandell, it never like, you get these comments that are like, they just want to fight me. And I don't want to fight them, but they want to fight me. You know what I mean? Like, they just want to fight me and I don't want to fight them. So there was somebody in my comments who was like, how dare you stop talking about her? And then I responded back and I said, you really don't have to watch, because if you don't watch a video, I don't get paid. Like I don't get paid what is it, like 3 cents a view or whatever. I don't get paid. And so I gave my honest thought about the hearing, all right? Um and so they just it's amazing to me, and people are really upset, and that's okay. Shout out to them. But one thing I said yesterday, and that was really nice on my video, my pre-recorded video, make sure you guys watch it. I said, look, I'm sure that a lot of the Madeleine, Julia Wandell, Julia supporters, they're really nice people. I'm sure that they mean well, but they want to take me out. I don't they're so mad at me. And I'm just like, I don't want to fight you. I just want to do my video. And you know what? I'm still not going to shut up. I'm still going to talk about it. And you don't have to watch, but I love it because it's a lot of hate watching. So I said, all right, cool. And I'm still going to do what I need to do because that's what I do. You know, that's what I do. And people get angry all the time. Thank you, Paige. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. People love to argue, but anyways, so this is the short and sweet. I already did a video on this. I thought I'd do another just a quick little update. So Julia decides to plead not guilty to the stalking charges that are being held against her. So Julia is in the UK right now. There's Julia and another woman by the name of Karen Sprague. Karen Sprague actually lives in the UK, okay? So Karen, she's like on conditional bail. So she is like this like lady who well, first of all, there's a group of people that really hate the McCanns. And I don't blame them because I do find the McCanns to be, you know, a little suspect. I definitely feel like there's something off and they might have had something to do with, you know, Madeleine McCann, and in my opinion, her not being here. That's just my opinion. I don't have any facts or proof or anything, but based on the what I know so far and the interviews that have happened and the research that I've done, I definitely feel like there's more to this story. All right. But on that note is you can not like the McCanns, but also believe that Julia Wandell is a fraud. I'm kind of right there. There are people that believe that Julia Wandell just wants to find out who she is. Julia Wandell has tried to beat 3 other missing people. You know, sorry, my alarm's going off. 3 other missing people. She has believed she's different kinds of people. And the one that gave her social media clout was being Madeleine McCann. Okay. She's not well. All right. This woman is not well. She hasn't been well. Now, do I like the fact that she is behind bars and not in a treatment center? No, I hope I need her to get treatment. But this woman went as far as to fly to the UK, from Poland to the UK, to go stalk and harass the McCanns. And I don't care what you say about that's not okay. And then she recorded herself doing this behavior. So for people to say she's innocent, I'm not really sure what she's innocent of, because we all witnessed her stalking the McCanns. She went real life on the McCanns. She was calling them, she was messaging them, she was calling the relatives, she was calling the adult children, she was following Jerry and Kate McCann, and then recording it. Guys, and this has been a whole span of year. Then she called Operation Grange. And what she said to Operation Grange, I'm never going to give up. She said that. She said she was never going to give up. So then people are upset that she gets off the plane in the UK and they arrest her right there. Well, shit, you walked into your little arrest right there. Sometimes people need to hit rock bottom. All right. And honestly, this might be her rock bottom. It's no hate on her. I don't hate the girl. I want her to get help. And in my opinion, I don't think that the people that have been fueling her, because there was at one point where she quit, trying to find out who she was, and she focused herself on her music, and that's what she was doing, and she was singing all the time, and she was in treatment. Have a good day, Paige. Have a good day, my love. She was doing fine, and then somebody got in her ear again, telling her that she's Maddie McCann. Okay? Sometimes jail, sometimes detainment is an intervention. We don't know. And thank God that nobody got hurt when she was recording these people. Okay. She could have been hurt. She could have hurt another person. Right. And so then that would have been a whole different situation. But people really like to make light of it. And let me tell you, I cannot help but wonder if this woman is found guilty, which, by the way, she pled not guilty, but there's just way too much evidence of her stalking and harassing. And typically, my understanding of the UK thing, Suspiria, thank you for being in the chat. It's an interesting move to plead not guilty when she posted the audio of harassing them in person. My understanding, and other people that I've talked to have said, in a harassing, stalking case, it's not like a big level charge, but for whatever reason, they've put this girl in Crown Court, which is like, the higher charges. They're going to make an example off of her. It's been so many women that have said that they're Maddie McCann. There's one in the U.S. right now who's saying that she's Madeleine McCann from freaking Alabama. So for me, it's like, for her being detained, maybe this is the intervention that she needs. Okay? Because nothing was going to stop her. She told Operation Grange, that guy, the officer, I'm never going to stop. And the guy said, I know you're not. Because before she went viral, she was at them again. So this might have slowed her down for now. And it's unfortunate because it's not like she's getting treatment where she's at, but she does need treatment and help. And there's people that have gassed her up. And I hope they're held, liable to a certain degree. Because my understanding is that the McCanns can come back and sue platforms and people, and they can do whatever they want if that's what they want to do. But don't confuse your hate for the McCanns to then make that a supportive thing for this woman. And if you're going to be supportive of this woman, be supportive of her, but not of her delusions. I'm sorry. She is not Madeleine McCann. Sorry. It is what it is. And I'm going to keep talking about it. And I don't care if you get mad. I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you want me to stop giving commentary. I'm going to talk about it. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about it even more because you don't want me to talk about it. Okay? I've been talking about this case for many years since she first went viral. Cool? Yeah? All right. I just wanted to let you know what had happened with girl. So yeah, even though there's she documented her own crimes, by the way. She documented her own crimes. She documented calling them. She documented everything. Okay. Rabbit, wait, what? Be like what? I don't understand. You say she's gonna end up at not what is that? The little Gotham City of Salem? Is it Akron? Akron? I'm sorry, she is not Maddie. No, please stop. No, y'all go see a lot of videos. I'm gonna keep doing it. I already have a lot of videos on her, anyways. Yeah, a mental facility for criminals is rough. I don't think she's getting any support whatsoever. But yeah, Rabbit has yeah, I have a timeline of a lot of when this kind of broke down. I mean, some of you guys might have followed me from there. A lot of people actually did. So yeah, Gotham of Salem. That's what I thought. Isn't it Akron? Akron. This is where the Joker's at. Oh, Lord have mercy. In another world. Oh, definitely between the repeated menace to the McCanns and a waste of public money she has caused, they will make an example of her. I mean, listen, I know that the UK folks don't play. And people think that somehow she's going to get a DNA test. She's not getting a DNA test. She is not getting a DNA test. I'm sorry. She's going to stay there for a while. It is. It is what it is. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me shout out Kelly C. Thank you. The Doc. Thank you so much. All right. Y'all do me a favor and hit that like button. I got to go. I'm tired. I got to go. And I got to get a refill on my coffee. All right, guys. You guys have a great one. Belen. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for this 20. Keep reporting, Rabbit. Here's some for your eyebrow pencil. I don't use an eyebrow pencil. I probably should, girl. Look, I'll show you guys. No, these are the real deal. Now I do need a little Let me tell you what I used to do with my eyebrows. Speaking of eyebrows, I used to wax all the time, waxing. And then I went from waxing, I graduating to threading, and that shit hurts. Do you guys, does anybody thread their eyebrows? Let me know. Now I just tweeze because I think maybe my pain tolerance is a lot like lower. Thank you. I appreciate it, Arius. Thank you. Yeah, but there's no pencil. I don't need it. But I do got some hairy eyebrows. I told you all, I do have to tweeze this little thing right here because I'd be having a unibrow right there. See? But Erica, my pain tolerance was really, really high. I can't do threading anymore. It hurts me. I can't do threading anymore. Thank you. I don't pencil them in. Okay. I don't overpluck. So these are all the natural eyebrows. Okay. But see, the reason why I got a little bit like PTSD, because my cousin used to like overpluck and she would use the pencil, kind of like what Belen is saying here. And you would draw them in. That's too much. That's too much. Mama, I'm not bragging. I'm just letting y'all know I don't. Nope. Don't overpluck, and be careful, especially if you got young girls. Tell them not to overpluck. Okay. Thank you, Belen. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you. I will definitely give me a little eyebrow. I need some new eyeliner. I'm out. Y'all, it's drying out. My eyeliner is drying out. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.